Hi, I'm Tandy Gutierrez, and this is your 3-day wellness tarot reading. This is for January 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Holy cow, it's the new year, it's 2017. So please remember that this is a general reading. This is for all the fans, subscribers, and members of my sites and all social media platforms and followers. So just remember that if something rings true and resonates for you, grab it, run with it, let that inspire your life and your day for the better. If you're listening and you go, Tandy, I have no idea, that doesn't pair up anywhere in my world, don't worry about it. It's not for you. That message is not yours, okay? So the goal here is for me to bring through any messages, any omens, any signs and symbols to you out of love and fun and understanding to inspire your best life and to give you some guidance in the world or a moment of meditation or a moment of thought in things. It's very, lighthearted and loving in a way that goes, oh, that just made something else make more sense. I look at the tarot as a tool of divinity, right, to connect us to something greater than ourselves. I believe that we all have the capacity and deep intuition. If we just listen to it, it's like a muscle. If you cultivate it, it comes through. And so the goal is always for the betterment, right? It's always out of love and empathy and joy, right? So again, it's a general reading. If it works for you, awesome. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. No big deal, okay? So I'll pull 3 cards, one for your body, your mind, and your spirit in these 3 days. Based on these cards and that energy that we've got going on for all of us in these 3 days, I take that information and I use that and integrate it into the workouts that I craft for you on the mat on my site. You can find that link below or here on the YouTube channel. If you're interested in that. Okay, I'll show them to you as we go. I always have a meditation prior and a prayer and ask that my guides and guardian angels always bring through messages with the highest clarity and the most efficiency for you all and for these 3 days. Okay, here we go. January 2nd, 3rd, 4th. I really can't believe we're looking at 2017. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so your first card here for your body, 4 of Cups. And I'll show them as we go, right? And I know that a lot of people look at it and go, ugh, rat. This one's come up fairly recently for you all also. So when it comes to your body right now, things are being covered up. There's a rat sitting on top of your cups. Cups are faith and love and emotions, but this is having to do with your physical body. So, it's the turn of a new year. Rats actually aren't so gruesome. They have longevity, right? They last, they outlive everyone. So they're actually a very good omen and symbol of things, although they are kind of covering up and sitting on top of those cups right now. So you've kind of got this this longevity in the situation of your physical body, but you're covering up your go power, I can warrior through anything and I can survive anything. And you're covering up that faith and emotion and kind of the flow of stuff. So, this in these 3 days, I'd say this is the residual of the New Year's, perhaps some partying and not paying grand attention to your body, that you're just going and going and going and going and knowing that you're strong and fit and healthy internally and that longevity, you're nah, cool. There's no diseases, there's no sickness, there's nothing festering there except that not so positive willpower is covering up, the flow of things, the suppleness and the flexibility. So honestly, I'm looking at this going, everybody's cool, everybody's good, but we just came out of the holiday season. We need some stretch and some opening and some suppleness to put the flow back into things. It's a new year. It's got a ton of wonderful, brand new energy, but your body has to get adjusted to new energy also, right? When you move to a different place, because my family and I are traveling all over the place this year, it takes a moment for your personage and your physical body to adjust to the tempo of things. Us being in San Juan, where we're on the beach and hanging out, is much slower in tempo than being here in New York, where everything's really fast and there's lots of people to navigate and lots of ways to move around. So know that when you hit a transition, okay, and we're all transitioning right now from, 2016 to 2017, that even those transitions take a toll on your physical body. So this is, again, like the biggest reason to get on the mat consistently, is that our bodies are constantly responding, like, to everything. The air that we breathe, is it really clean? Is it really dirty? What's the temperature of the water? Is it cold? Is it warm? So our goal is to create as much balance for ourselves physically as possible, so that our emotional and mental capacities can be as balanced and present as possible. So I'm just saying that you guys have like warriored through and survived this season, and maybe weren't paying as much attention to your time on the mat or to your physical body, or even cups for us as it comes up is always hydration, because I'm big on hydration. As it gets wintry, it dries out. You actually may need more water even than you think, or just as much as you do in the summer. So throw some extra water in your day. Let's get on the mat and have more of a supple, like, flexibility, opening, get some softness and some movement back into things, because you're totally strong, like baseline, like, yeah, we're healthy, but we haven't been paying as much attention to the balance in it, okay? So there you go. Mine. I love this card. I say that about a lot of them, because there's some cards that just come out and it's like, oh, that's so neat, right? Okay, so the mind card. So you know me, I train and coach for, the triangle, body, mind, and spirit, which is why I pull 3 cards, body, mind, and spirit. So this is the mind card. This is the 2 of Wands. Wands is fiery, bravery, courageous doing, okay? So in your traditional deck, it's swords. So this is about initiating, engaging, and executing on thoughts and ideas. The 2 of Wands, I love it, because it's like, the power of 2, and where 2 are gathered, like you've got 2 magic wands, and I always go Harry Potter because my boys are super into Harry Potter right now. 2 magic wands aiming at the same goal. So you've got 2 sides. I'm also getting, like, you've got 2 sides of the triangle, but you're missing the 3rd side. But this is about your brain and your thoughts. Like, you've got 2 pieces of the puzzle. You're really clear on it, because look at all that rainbow color. Like, that's everything, like, right? That's divinity. That's the whole world. That's everything. That's goodness. That's abundance. That's joy and love showing up, like brightness and color in the world. So whatever the 2, like, sides of the teepee you got going on in your mind, the thoughts and the things that you're working on, they're good. They are aiming on a, really clear target. So you've got an idea. There is a topic of like clarity that you are focused on. There may be somebody else who's focusing on this with you, because you've got 2 sides of something. Like, it's missing the triangle piece, okay? So me and triangles. I always try to show it to you. You guys can't see it. Triangles are the strongest structure, okay? And when they're drawn, they're drawn with delicate lines. So they don't look crazy sturdy. They don't look like, but they're a little magical, right? Because they're all leaning on each other to create this incredible support system. So you've got 2 sides of whatever this is that are aiming clearly in the right direction, with a lot of good energy and happiness, rainbows behind it, right? But there's a 3rd piece that's gonna come into the situation to strengthen it and put the base on the structure for you. So some sort of idea. I feel like this is an executionable idea for you, things that you're thinking about, things that you want to do, and you've got 2 out of 3 pieces of the puzzle, which is excellent. So in these 3 days, maybe a time to go, what's the 3rd piece that would really support this idea and this goal that I have? Because these 2 wands are always aiming at something, like the Sagittarius. This is like the bow and arrow. So you're pointed in the right direction. Everything's going up, right? But you so far are not, you don't have the base for it to support it fully. So what is that 3rd piece? Is it, your body, mind, and spirit? You've got 2 of these components for your wellness, so that you're in the right place to go do whatever you want to do in the world. Or is this a 3rd person? I feel like this is a 3rd person. Like, you've got 2 people working on an idea, aiming in the right direction, lots of good energy, but you're in need of that 3rd piece of support, so everybody can lean on everybody and do their part to get you there. Okay. Right? Okay, so body, mind, spirit. Father of Cups. Okay, Father of Cups I think is an interesting card because it's a black swan. Culturally, you know, black swan is like, that's dark, foreboding, right? Father cards are the knights. No, that's wrong. Father cards are the kings. So, sorry. They have experience, they have wisdom, they have diplomacy. It's about experience. So your spirit here is like, and swans are this recognition of balance in body, mind, and spirit. That they, like their symbolism in the world is beautiful, right? You know, ugly duckling into the swan. So that there's been a transformation in your spirit. But it's based on experience and wisdom and practice and understanding of something, and that you've got this masculine energy to it. So again, it doesn't have to be male. This could be somebody in your life that that's here helping with something spiritually for you, emotionally. It doesn't have to be. It can be that masculine energy because, okay, I'm getting all over the place here with this because it's a little, all right. So swans have the symbolism of balance, right? Of another one of these connectors from divine energy and earthly fruition, okay? Father of Cups is about having this, you know, like the dad, you know, personality in things, and masculine energy of provider, of wisdom, of, can be a little harder hand in scolding. Although I carry more of that energy in the house probably than my husband does, so it doesn't have to be male, female. But in the spirit card, like you've got an understanding based on experience and wisdom of something that really works for you in spirit because it's showing balance in it. So whatever that is, you know, in that cup situation, because your cup is faith, I'm hearing faith in miracles, that you got to fill up your cup in order to share it, to pour for somebody else. That's what I'm hearing, so that's what I'm going to tell you. And that to have some strength in it and a little bit of distance in it. Okay, so these are all really beautiful, interesting cards. I mean, your body one is straightforward, right? Transition. You've been warrioring through it. You're gonna push through and survive no matter what. Now it's time to give you some goods and balance it out and get a little bit more supple and a little bit more caretaking. In your mind, you've got something really wonderful brewing, and it's headed in the right direction, and it's supported with really good energy, but there's a piece that you're gonna need for it, okay? And then in spirit, like you're very clear on some things spiritually for yourself. There is wisdom and experience in it, and you have a full cup. So you've got something to share, and you need to be able to share it, but with a little bit of, I hear coldness to it too, like not mean, but it's like you can't go bleh and share what you know now, like, and just you've got to do it kind of quietly and like tip that cup into their cup and go, I'm sharing from over here. So there's something spiritually that's really working for you that you have a good hold and handle on that you want to share with somebody else, but you can't go at it straight ahead. See, sometimes when it's a little more complicated and I need a minute, that you want to tip that cup, that you know it's going to help this person, but you can't go at it straight ahead. That there's beautiful balance, but you've got to take this more intellectual, a little colder, a little backed off way, and know that when you fill somebody else's cup, that's always going to be a wonderful thing, but you can't go, like, I feel like the mama swan would just go like right in their face and tell them and nag them and, you know, and because mommies do that sometimes, but this is more of like, the male dad energy doesn't want to have that conversation. It's not going to go well either. He's just going to drop it over here for you. So this is about sharing. This is about understanding and balancing yourself, something that's really worked for you and something that you really want to share with a particular person, but you're going to have to come at it sideways. Okay, there you go. 4, 6, and 7. Okay, so lucky number 7. So that's the numerology for the cards today. Lucky number 7 always seems like, oh, lucky number 7, it just fell out of the sky. When people who are really lucky understand that there was a ton of work behind it, that you were prepared for that moment of divine timing of when the time was right, when you were in the right place, plus you've had all this work. So 7 is really about self-cultivation and self-progression of like you're working on you. And I think that's, you know, again, totally on par because it's the new year. It's like we're all doing this. Like if you didn't do it in December of like, what have I learned this year? What do I need to learn? What do I want to learn? What worked? What didn't? What am I throwing out? It's like the internal closet cleaning, you know, of I want these things in the new year. So how do I do that? How do I work on me to achieve what I want this year, whatever area it is, you know, big and small. So 7 is about self-cultivation and really working on you. Is there something you want to learn? Is there just something that needs more practice in your life so that things evolve for the better to get you to whatever goals you have? Okay, thank you for joining me for this reading today. I love you so very much. I hope it was useful for you, and I will see you for the next 3 days. Okay, see you later. Bye.